Alright, I think it's going to be more appropriate for me to start off this video by talking about the fact that I should apologize for not putting up so many videos lately. Like I said though at the beginning of this month, I was going to be very busy, and that if the event that I was not uploading a lot, it's mainly due to the fact that I had finals, I had work that I was trying to sort things out with, and I've just life trying to get it together, all together anyways. But I apologize for not putting up so many videos consistently. It's the summer now. I will be doing my best effort to go ahead and start putting up videos a little bit more often now. And with any luck, one moment, there you go. With any luck, I will be getting things a little bit more sorted out and making sure that I just get everything done and squared away so that I can go ahead and give you guys the best stuff I can. But anyways, what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be trying out something a little bit new. And this is going to be because I've been watching a lot of videos lately that have just been criticizing the game, just players being completely negative about what's going on right now. And it's just, it really sucks for me to have to go ahead and hear about all this, because it just makes me really sad that people forget why they got into the game in the first place. But anyways, this is going to be more or less story time. What you guys can go ahead and just do is just sit back and listen, because I'm going to be talking about two cards right here that mean a lot to me and that have a lot of significance for me in this game, because these two cards are pretty much the reason why I came back into the game and why I've just started to enjoy the game as much as I do now. But anyways, a little preface too before I talk about these cards. I've been playing this game since the beginning. I remember that the very first deck I got was actually the Yugi starter deck, the very first one with Dark Magician and with a bunch of old-ass cards in there. And that was the first deck I ever played, and then from that point, I just proceeded to basically make a Yugi deck. I got all of Yugi's cards, I got all the cards I could get out of there, and just basically worked on just trying to go ahead and basically make the best deck that I could out of the time. And I was just using it to play with fun for friends, and I was just enjoying myself with it. And then one day, unfortunately, I was stupid and did not check my pants before I put them into the washing machine. And by the time they came out, I noticed a bunch of little pieces of paper that were just all crumpled up and just over the place. And then I looked inside, and then I saw that a lot of them were actually frames from Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And then I looked into my pant pockets, and I saw that my entire deck, which was unsleeved at the time because I did not know what sleeves were, it was completely destroyed pretty much. I managed to salvage only a handful of cards, and even to this day they'll still be considered unplayable. The back's washed off completely. There's no way that I can go ahead and take them to an event. And just, yeah. After that, I just kind of was demotivated. I didn't really feel like playing because that was my favorite deck, and it kind of crushed me, especially at my age. And when that happened, I just stopped playing for a couple years. I stopped playing for about 3 years actually before I even got back into the game at all. But what happened afterwards is around the time I went into middle school, I heard of a new archetype that had come out recently called the Elemental Heroes. This was about the same time when the GX saga started. And I decided to go ahead and watch a couple of the episodes, and I just fell in love with the series immediately. I love the playstyle of the heroes, I love the concept behind them, and I like Jaden a lot as a character. I know that he gets a lot of crap between all four of the protagonists from the 4 different series, but I personally like him a lot. I like his personality, I like the reasons why he was in the game. He pretty much reminded me of myself. I was in the game just to have fun, just to go ahead and be able to play with others, enjoy myself as much as I could, and just basically get the best duels possible. So I instantly clicked with him in that sense, and that's why I like Jaden so much. And pretty much if you ever watch the full series, you just kind of understand that Jaden actually is a lot more he's a lot more mature than people give him credit for. But I'm not going to go ahead and get into that right now because I do not want to start another internet debate on that. But anyways, the two cards I've got here, I'll just go ahead and I'll show them off. First card, Elemental Hero Sparkman. Trying to get him without glare. And then the next card, Elemental Hero Neos. Now, what's special about these two cards right here is that these are cards that I've been holding on to since I got them years and years ago. This Elemental Hero Neos and this Sparkman both have stories behind them. The thing is that I like to hold on to my cards because then I pretty much am able to build up stories on them. I have a story for just about every single card here inside of my deck box. Like every one of my decks, I almost have stories for everything because that's just how it is, like with me and my cards. And I used to do this for a while, so I'm just doing it right now. But Sparkman, for instance, he was the first character I ever saw Jaden play. And the reason I saw this card play was because I was actually watching the, I think it was the second episode of GX. I kind of like cut into the duel a little bit. I saw him playing like Elemental Hero, Flame Wingman and things like that. And I saw him like just go for the fusion against Chaz Princeton. And then he played Elemental Hero Sparkman, and I just thought that this guy looked really badass. For some reason, it just went ahead and like stuck with me because he was the biggest one of all the vanilla Elemental Heroes at the time, and the memory just stuck with me for pretty much ever. And memory just pretty much bonded me from that there. This guy is actually I got this guy off of a trade because when I was growing up with my friends, like I always had to go ahead and like fight for my trades, especially with secret rare cards like this. But my friend refused to trade me this card because I wanted to go ahead and get him, and I was trying to like have him be like, hey man, let me go ahead and I'll trade you Sparkman and I'll go ahead and I'll trade you some of my other stuff. And he was like, no, dude, it's secret. I like it. And I'm like, yeah, but dude, you know me, it's heroes. I gotta hollow out my heroes. And it just took me about a week of like constant nagging him and like just talking to him. And eventually I was just like, dude, I'll pay you for the card as well in addition to all my trades. And he was like, okay, fine. And then, yeah, that's how I got him. So I put in way more than I should have for the card, but the reason I'm holding on to him is because I put so much into him. I'm pretty sure I put about maybe $20 worth into him. So he means that much more to me as a result. Now, the story with Neos. This guy, though, was just funny because I remember seeing the first episode when the Neospatians came out, when Jaden, I believe, dueled with Aster, and I just loved the new Neospatian archetype, like, along with the heroes, and Neos just seemed like the new champion, like, monster that I would just fall in love with eventually. And then I saw that he came out in a tin as a secret rare himself, and then I was like, I have to get him. So for about a month, I went ahead and saved up all my allowances. I like went on like a food diet like crazy just so I didn't have to buy lunches and stuff. And I even like went ahead and like I was like just scraping around anywhere I could for money. Like I did not care if I found a penny on the ground, I would go ahead and grab it and I put it like all in a piggy bank for myself until I managed to save $20, I think. And I went ahead and went to the mall by my house. I went to the store, I saw one Neos tin left up on the shelf, and I was like, yes, it's meant to be. And I went ahead and I just gave all the money. And then the register guy told me, okay, it's going to be 23 something. And I was like, wait, what? Because I forgot that tax was a thing. And I was like, crap, I'm $3 short. And then my mom was like, it's okay, I'll pay for you. And I was like, I love you, mommy. But anyways, I got this guy out of the tin, and I just admired him for like a good 5 to 10 minutes before even remembering I had other packs to open. And funny story, in that same box where I got my Elemental Hero Neos from the Power of the Duelist, I believe it was, I pulled another common Neos out of it, and I was like, yes, 2 Neos for 1! And that was just like one of the happiest days of my life, because I managed to go ahead and get one of my favorite monsters, and the time and effort that I put into this guy, like, also just made me want to go ahead and keep him. Like, I have a lot of cards in my hero deck that are just very, very sentimental to me. Like, the value of the cards themselves is just worth more to me than anything. And I can even tell, like, these are my 2 monsters because I have them, like, special condition, and, like, there's a way that the names are written out that I just pretty much recognize them because it's just with the age, I've come to like recognize how these 2 look like. So I know that these 2 are my original ones. But yeah, these are like 2 of my favorite all-time monsters. Like these are definitely some of my favorite cards in the game. Just for what they bring back the memories in me. But I have a lot of other cards that I like as well, and I'll probably be just bringing them up bit by bit. Just going over again like the stories behind each of these cards and all that. But anyways, I guess that's all I'm going to do for this video. But for today's topic, I'm just going to go ahead and ask you guys, and girls, what's your favorite card? Or what's your favorite memory from the game? Like, do you have a card that like ties you back to a specific instance in the game, like when you were kids or something that just brings back fond memories of your childhood. And that's really all I want to ask, is just, I want to just kind of hear what you guys have to say, like if you have any other favorite cards that you guys like a lot as I do. But I'll go ahead and I'll keep putting up some videos soon. I know that I definitely have some more videos to start working on. I'm actually thinking about putting up my Ghost Trick deck profile soon, just because I need to go ahead and get that done. I know that a lot of people have been asking me about it. And at the same time, I'm probably going to go ahead and do a box opening. I've actually got a Legendary Collection Yugi's World on the way. I managed to go ahead and find one from my shop recently, so I've got that coming in. Shout out to San Isidro Games, because I didn't do this as appropriately as I should have last time, but yeah, San Isidro Games is like where I get all of my stuff pretty much, and it's just an awesome place. I love the owner, and it's just an awesome venue overall. But that's all I have to say about this video, so go ahead and remember, tell me your stories, let me know what you guys thought. This has been Jaku, catch you guys later.